Child, I'm up here looking at these photos of the Martin Luther King assassination. And I'm looking at this one photo, and everybody is smiling but Martin Luther King, especially Andrew Jackson, bitch ass. He just looks so excited that this nigga is about to die today. Because they know. And then in this other picture, how this dude waving his hands. You know how a black man is when they feel guilty. They hands get real animated. Like, yep, off to kill him. And look how Martin Luther King is holding on to the rail. Like, he trying not to collapse. He's scared. Walking him up there. And you know what's weird? What's really weird is how he got shot and everybody just standing out in the open. Nobody else is scared of getting shot. Like, how you know that this shooter just won't let off on all of y'all? Because all of y'all are like civil rights leaders. So it makes sense if they was mad at Martin Luther King, they be mad at Andrew Jackson. Jesse Jackson. But they looking secure as hell. They up there standing over his body, pointing towards the so-called shooter. And they ain't worried about being shot or nothing. I would be like, bro, we need to get out the open. Motherfuckers out here shooting. You don't know if it was more than one. Supposedly, you ain't supposed to know. Goddamn. Ain't nobody concerned. The person taking the photograph ain't concerned. The people standing over his body ain't concerned. Bruh, this shit be right in your face. And it had to be somebody who seen what I seen, what they silenced those people. Like, when I discovered what they did to Bobby Hemmett, and I was like looking for information and stuff like that. Like, a lot of people had got buried. There was people out there that was talking about like how this is strange, how they think it's some foul play and what happened with Bobby Hemmett. But you just see like the residue of these people. Like, you would see their comment was deleted, but you would see people like talking around them, and you could get a gif of like what's missing. Like, somebody must have pointed out like some real shit. But those people were silenced. Or, Brother Panic threatening people for speaking up about it's something weird that happened here with his bitch ass. That's why I just can't. I just can't. Like, when motherfuckers, like, pick a motherfucking side. Pick a motherfucking side. I just don't have no respect for people who is posting Bobby Hemmett and Brother Panic videos together. I just don't. Y'all just don't give a fuck about nothing. People just get on my motherfucking nerves. Like, there is no fucking loyalty, like, at all. See, That's why I don't even really like to talk about Bobby Hemming, because that shit be pissing me off. And it's just not useful to be pissed off about it, because I mean it's already on been done. It's way too late. And the truth is right there in our face. I don't really feel like it need to be like investigated and talked to death about, because it's a whole network around that. And the network was built to shape your perception. It just was ridiculous. Like, as soon as I realized what the fuck happened, like how these people like come out the fucking woodwork, and they come to you with the intentions to shape your perception, to get you to see it in a certain type of way, to get you to walk a certain type of path. I like, damn, bruh. See, why this is like profound to me is because I don't have a lot of subscribers or a lot of people watching me, supposedly. But people react so quickly to me. And I realize, like, people is really fucking watching me. Like, and it don't even be making sense or whatever. Like, how small my channel is and how fast news would travel about what the fuck I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm saying. That's how I know it's some fuck shit. And Coretta Scott, his wife, she is a trained agent. Now, there ain't nothing that I read or whatever. I just seen a photo of her, and I just know. I'm looking at this one collage, and you know what? I think Martin Luther King was cloned. Just the younger him look really different than, will have like a different energy. Like, they have a younger photo of him, and then they have like, when he was the civil rights leader or whatever. And a while ago, Bobby Hemming gave an interesting perspective on that lady who stabbed Martin Luther King one time, and how they painted her as crazy, but really she knew the truth about what he was doing, his intentions, the role that he was playing. And he could have died during that time, and they just cloned him. But I find it surprising that the clone is scared to die. Because I feel like it's different types of clones. I feel like sometimes, like, it's a while ago, I don't know if I released this or whatever. I just be doing stuff, but I don't be releasing it. And then because I do so much, like, it get buried, and then I don't want to like go and dig for it and everything. But yeah. And I knew that this was like some type of psyops, because there was a time that they was like really flooding certain videos of Tupac in the algorithm. And I watched one of those videos, and I wrote something about it, but I don't think that I shared it. But I just sat back and observed, and I noticed that other people started talking about Tupac and sharing his videos as well. And that's how I knew that, okay, this is something that they just pushed out into the algorithm. But, it's certain things that they do. It's like certain cadence that people use. Like Tupac was really good at sounding inspiring. But like when you zoom out and look at things, you would be like, something is not matching up. Like something is not equating well. Like his consciousness, the way that he speak, I feel like he will be aware that the West Coast East Coast thing was a fabrication from the government. So with the way that he speak and the awareness that he should have had more of the stance of like Biggie. Like I feel like Biggie knew that it was some type of setup. But I was getting visuals of Tupac being cloned. I believe he was cloned when he was released to Suge. Dang, I might need to go and find that because what I said was very interesting. Because it has something to do with Suge Knight as well. Because I was also getting a visual about him when I was like watching this clip where it was Tupac and Suge Knight, and Tupac was talking so passionately, and Suge Knight was thinking, but it was almost like a certain type of fear. Like Suge Knight knows some things that he kind of afraid of what the government might do to him, but he was up there thinking like, damn, this nigga really think that he's Tupac. Like he was sitting there thinking that. And I feel like a lot of clones don't really know that they are clones. Because the visual that I was getting is that he woke up in a facility, but he was put back unconscious. And when he woke up again, he was in the jail cell. So they either murdered him, killed him when he was in the clone him, put him back in a jail cell, but when his clone woke up, he thought it was like a dream or something. The clone didn't recognize that it was a clone. But Suge Knight knew that it was a clone. Hold on, I gotta do something. Like, I feel like this even created like a instantial. God damn, I struggle with that word. Crisis. Because there was times that he would question like if he was cloned. Suge Knight knows some things. Like he knows some things. And in the video, he's so good at communication and everything. And I felt like they took actual conversations from the original Tupac and just had the clone like basically regurgitating it. It would come to them like a memory and stuff, but I don't believe that Tupac clone knew that he was a clone. And I feel like that kind of like make the best clones because they would continue to do the work naturally because they haven't realized that they a clone. Versus a clone that is aware of a clone, that it is a clone, they have like a different type of way of perceiving because they are aware that they are a clone. But there are some clones that are like crash out clones. And those are the people that they have doing like the school shootings and stuff like that. So these clones, like they know that they are agents. Like they know that they not a normal part of society. And you know how they say that people, I don't know if you could say this word on YouTube, child, but people who off themselves for their causes, like they will put weapons on them on themselves and sacrifice themselves for whatever cause or whatever like that. They are trained to be like that. So they don't even care about dying or even going to jail for a long time. Like they are only trained to do that. These are not beings that you could reason with or have their own point of view, have their own mind. They are completely controlled. But they need different agents for different things. Like they have the agents that go out and marry or go out and seduce certain powerful people. I feel like they kind of show it in that movie. I mean, well, in that TV show, Fallout. The black woman that they utilizing as like somewhat of a scapegoat in that show, like they keep making it her decision to drop the bombs. Like it's something that she decided. But she was a trained agent. Anyways, I need to eat something.